Perhaps you can't even imagine how powerful you really are. Your thoughts, feelings, energy, and consciousness constantly form and transform your reality at every passing moment. For those who are spiritually awakened, this seems obvious. But for most people, these concepts are radical and difficult to understand. That is why the spiritual path is full of power and changes lives. It awakens us to the realization of our true power as an infinite soul in human form. Let's look at 6 deep truths that only those who are awakened can understand. 1. You are the creator of your dream. Imagine that you are a dreamer creating a whole universe inside your dream. The storylines, emotional experiences, all of this comes from your consciousness. In fact, you are this dreamer constantly projecting your thoughts and energy into the hologram we call the universe. As soon as you form a thought and give it meaning, you inhale this concept of life, allowing it to materialize as part of your reality. 2. You are the creator of your dream. Imagine that you are a dreamer creating a whole universe inside your dream. Everything you perceive in the outside world has a beginning as an internal projection of your consciousness. The world around you literally corresponds to what is happening inside you. Your fears, doubts, convictions, emotional patterns, and internal systems, all of this affects your reality. After realizing this, you realize that you have the power to transform any aspect of your reality that does not agree with your higher potential or devalues you. To do this, you need to first realize and change the internal systems that led to this. At first, it may be hard to believe, but as you awaken spiritually, you will begin to observe how closely and instantly your consciousness forms your reality. Change your thinking, especially your basic emotional states, and you will be struck by the synchronicity and transformation that will begin to take place in your life in a very short time. Truth number 2. Your life purpose is joy. One of the main traps that holds people in suffering and limitation is the belief that life must be a hard struggle, full of sacrifices, hard work, and postponement of satisfaction until some future moment of success or fulfillment. People who are spiritually awakened understand that the greatest work is to live in joy and harmony with their higher nature at this very moment. The true essence of your soul is the boundless peace, love, abundance, and freedom. All that is different from this is simply an illusion. This is simply a program created by fear and limitation. And in such moments, we just need to see them. You tell yourself that this is a program, and then it already loses its power over you, which gives you the opportunity to get out of this point into a new, positive reality for you, making decisions that are different from what you are used to doing. Your goal in this human experience is to return to your original divinity and to your true self. Dot, 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 dot. You know the truth. Your ultimate goal is to become an indelible force of creative energy, beauty, growth, and inspiration. Your life is not a rehearsal, but a main performance. It's time to play bolder than any fear, doubts, and restrictions right now. When you begin to respect and express your true essence without excuses, emitting joy and greatness. No matter where you go, you become a live broadcast of spiritual awakening. You begin to awaken in other memories and return to the same spark within yourself. Your life-joying existence itself becomes the greatest gift for the universe. Truth number 3. Everything happens for the sake of your growth. With a limited, fear-based point of view, life challenges can seem terribly cruel, unfair, or even punishing. Why do good people suffer? Why do we experience losses, broken hearts, failures, and misfortunes? But the spiritual truth is that every experience happens not for you, but for you. You are the eternal soul. You are the true essence, temporarily experiencing human existence in order to evolve. Like a good game console or an exciting attraction, obstacles, discrepancies, and conflicts with which you face, you are specially programmed to help you move to the next level. Instead of resisting or cursing these obstacles, spiritually awakened people realize that these experiences were specially cast upon you at the level of the soul, in order to help you get rid of old, stagnant models that limit your beliefs, fears, and false ideas. They push the boundaries of your consciousness to a more expanded, bold, and bright version of yourself. When difficulties arise, spiritually awakened people treat them with curious openness. realizing that these situations can be specially designed to help them grow, rise and transform in various ways. From this spiritual perspective, life's obstacles cease to be perceived as injustices, and they begin to be perceived rather as beneficial opportunities for growth. Truth number 4. Love is the only truth. This is the great truth that all awakened souls feel, penetrating every cell of their being. Despite any illusions of division, duality or disagreement that may temporarily appear, the universe and all beings are inseparably connected by this love. Every soul is a unique concentration, a permanent concentration of this energy of love, a temporary traveler, before returning to its source, like a drop of rain, emerging from an endless ocean, and merging with it again. All pain, conflicts, insults and struggle that people experience arise from conditioned illusions that make them feel separated from this love. But being in harmony with the Supreme Consciousness, you can gain access to what mystics and saints have been experiencing for centuries. The absolute, indescribable awareness that you are deeply interconnected and loved by the entire universe. You, the universe, are aware of yourself and taking shape. In order to fully survive, the spiritually awakened servants are the ones who have freed themselves from the frightening illusions of division and egoism, and have regained the essential right to be a pure expression of love, embodied in the physical body. From this space of unconditional connection, compassion, empathy, joy and benevolence before the miracle of being, these energies are naturally poured out through them. There is only one presence of them, and only their presence transmits these transforming vibrations. Truth number 5. There is nothing to achieve. You are already this. Years of spiritual search, self-improvement programs, personal development courses, are all based on the belief that somewhere in the future, an enlightened state awaits you. If only you can do everything right. Clear your blocks, overcome your shadows, follow the ideal instructions. But the truth that the spiritually awakened understand is that you are already a realized seed of the divine, manifested at this very moment. It is quite likely that you still have work to do to get rid of many layers of conditionality and old patterns. Your consciousness can continue to expand, reaching more subtle levels of frequencies. Your consciousness can continue to expand and reach more subtle frequencies of perception. But absolutely nothing needs to be achieved or deserved. Your eternal nature is already a center. It is already whole. The spiritual path is just a gradual removal of the layers, so that you can perceive the glory and perfection that were initially embodied in you. The enlightened are not excellent creatures. They just remembered the cosmic truth that you are at this moment a full revelation of life, knowing yourself in a wonderful form. There is no control list that needs to be completed, no experts whose approval needs to be received, or the final exam that needs to be passed before you are admitted to the sanctuary. You are what you were looking for. Look honestly in the mirror. There is a face of the divine waiting to be seen. When you can fully immerse yourself in the consciousness that you are already, and become a holographic immersion of the energy of the source, everything changes. The burden of search and orientation is dissolved in the freedom of your natural magnificence. In this liberated state, the universe opens up as a living sphere of creativity for research, play, and endless improvement of your creative expression without any limits. The realization that you are already in this state becomes a turning point, the greatest of all that you have ever done. Truth number 6. In the end, everything is fine. The deepest understanding is waiting for those who have fully stepped into the light of spiritual awakening. The realization that the entire universe, the entire human experience, every rise and fall that has taken place throughout the entire space-time is an absolutely perfect, good and unspeakable miracle. From this highest point of view, any visibility of duality, judgment, pain or suffering is dissolved in the blissful, benevolent testimony of the exalted game of every atom and every experience. For the spiritually awakened, there is no place for judgment or resistance here, because they see subtle perfection and divine order in everything. From this point of view, absolutely everything unfolds in your highest interests, despite the temporary clouds that may hide this truth. Trust in this ultimate bliss becomes an indelible foundation. that provides indelible peace against any circumstances. Intuitive knowledge is rooted that you are eternally aware of the perfect wisdom and love, even when specific aspects have no obvious meaning for your human mind. This is a deep relief from the understanding that you do not need to comprehend everything. You can simply trust and allow the bliss to unfold in its time.